Hello. Today I'm going to show you how to make a custom bard for your custom world space or custom inn that's inside a custom world space. I couldn't find anything. I followed Darkfox's tutorial how to make a bard. Everything works pretty simple, but I couldn't get the request lines to pop, so this is my workaround. Just try to pay attention as best you can. So first off, I have a custom inn that I made, and go down to your interior, select edit. Your interior needs to have a location, so I've also made my own location, Skeever's in location. Okay. And it has to have minimum that keyword location type in. So you would right click, hit add, and you would find location type in, add it to the list, select OK. And again, then you would probably need to link it here. Location in, hit apply, OK, save as always. Alright, so now I'll go into the actor. Very simple setup. So I just made a new character, completely new. Voice type matters. Female young eager, it can be male young eager, female even toned, or male even toned. The only 4 voices that'll work for this. I always set disposition base to 80 for stuff like this, so it's guaranteed to kind of work. The looks don't matter. The race kind of matters. I always just make them a Nord race. Most of them are anyway. It's probably work regardless. Set the class to Bard. This doesn't really matter. This is just their battle stats and health and stuff. These are 2 musts. Now, Bard Singer faction has to be there, and Job Bard faction. So you would go, hit new, you would find Job Bard faction and Bard Singer faction, and add them there. You don't need a relationship, keywords, AI data is fine. I did change this from helps allies to friends and allies, doesn't really matter. I added a default sandbox editor package, straight out of the game, just added to her so she'll sandbox around when she's not singing. Inventory, none of that stuff matters. None of this stuff matters past that. The only things that matter, essential unique, and she doesn't have the dead body cleanup script. The factions are a must, and the voice type and race have to match conditions inside the Bard Song quest. So I created her, dragged her in here, and there she is there. I double clicked her, I gave her a reference ID, and I'll get to that in a second. I also gave her a persistent location, being the inn, because she'll be here all the time in my mod. Okay, so being that done, now with bards, they go to a certain spot to sing. So I dragged X marker heading in here. I gave that a name, bring a play spot. Nothing else is really special about this. Just a simple X marker. Make sure you give it a ref ID. You're going to double click your NPC that you dragged in. You're going to go to link to reference. You're going to right click, select new, and you're going to select the reference of that X marker. Now I'm not going to do that. I already did it here. So that's my X marker, and you're going to want Bard play spot, okay, on the keyword. Hit OK. Hit OK. Save. Now what I did was I went ahead and made a quest to make this pop, because I couldn't make it work with my custom world space. So let me open up this quest. First off, in quest data, I set the priority to 99, so it definitely fires. It doesn't have to be start game enabled. I'll show you a workaround for that. I check repeated allowed stages, allow repeated stages just because, okay? quest stages, you need to have at least a stage 0 here with a startup stage checked, or else this won't work. Do not need anything else there. There's nothing else but either dialogue views or player dialogue. You can go either way, but I like to go to dialogue views. I'm going to right click, select new, and name your dialogue view. I named it to bar dialogue. Then you're going to right click here, create branch, and name that. I name that bar dialogue branch, which will create your topic. And now you'll get this, nothing will be filled in. Set the priority to 90, so this definitely pops. And then you're going to go here, and you're going to right click and select new or double click. Up here is going to be the same text that you'll find there. So this is going to be what the player says to Brenna, in my case. So down here in the conditions, you want to put your actor, get his ID, Brenna equals 1, run that on the subject. Over here, you're going to right click and select new, which will bring up this, and you're going to type in your line that you want her to say. Nothing will be here yet. You're going to hit OK, and then double click back in, and when you do, this will show up as your voice type. Okay, if you click valid, it'll say Brenna, because I've set her not only to the speaker here, I also put the ID here. Flip file, I'll make this actually a minute. Force subtitle, I always check that for stuff like this. Can move while greeting, doesn't really matter. What does matter here is over here. You're going to want to right click and select add link. You're going to want to uncheck current quest only, which will bring up all the quest dialogues in the game. And what I did was I selected these 4, so I'll remove these. So I'll link them again for you to show you how it's done. So there's certain bard songs that your voice type will sing. You just kind of have to know, you know, what's going to happen. So I do both the requests and I do both the songs. The general request branch and the take a break branch isn't necessary, but you can put them in there. This one makes you pay for a bard song, and this one tells them to take a break. I'm actually going to try the take a break branch because I didn't do it in my last one. So I'm just going to hold control and select all the ones that I want, and I'm going to hit OK, and that'll pop them in there. And from this point here, you just need to make sure that you have your voice line recorded. You can either record it here, you can do it with the synth, or however the case is. Okay, want to make sure that's 90. Then you'll have this, which will pop all this weird stuff in dialogue views. Okay, don't be afraid. All you gotta do is sort them out. You're gonna want to drag these around just to make them look fancy, but it doesn't matter. Everything's also set here. Okay, so if you ever wanna, you just kind of edit there. So in order to start this quest now, because it's not start game enabled, what I went ahead and did was I found MQ00 in the game quests, which is an always on quest. It's the main quest startup. Basically, it's start game enabled. I went to scripts, and I already have something in here, but I'll open up the source. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add a script, which is going to be a new script. It's going to extend a quest. You're going to name it whatever you want. I'll actually just write one for you real quick. We'll do JF Bard Start. Okay. Extends quest. And now I have my lines in here. First off, sorry. You're going to want to open up that. Oh, sorry again. You have to close your quest in order to get things to work correctly. in order to add properties to this, you need to close the quest and come back in. So over here, you double click your new script, hit add property, and this is going to be, you guessed it, a quest. And you're going to name it whatever you named your quest that you pop that line of dialogue in. So in my case, it's going to be this right here. You can put whatever. You could put my quest, okay? You can do just like that. And then you can come over here and you can pick, you can pick your quest from the list, okay? So now the property is set. You want to right click and let me show you here. A very couple simple lines of dialogue, lines of code rather, okay? So you're going to tell the script that on initiation of this quest, okay, let me get rid of these two lines. On initiation of the quest, you're going to take my quest and set it to stage 0, which starts the quest, and you're going to set it to active. I do that as a failsafe, just to make sure, and then you're going to end the function. It's as simple as that. And if I hit save, I don't understand why that didn't. Oh, okay, I do understand. This has to be matching. Okay, so let me fix that. Okay, so now that'll compile. And then you can exit out of there. And like I said, it'll start this quest on initiation of the main quests, which is basically when you come out of the caverns with Hadvar or the other one there. Okay, but I'm gonna remove that because I've already done it. I stuck it in another one that I'm working on. So that will start your dialogue. That'll start this dialogue up here and set this to stage 0, which will make this pop. Okay, I'm gonna save. And now I think I'm all set. I'm gonna go into game and I'll show you how it works. Okay, so I'm in game, in my custom inn. This is the innkeeper Sophina. She works perfect. This is Brynna Arrowtongue. Now, this line of dialogue is from the Bard's College. So if I pop that, it's just immersiveness. Here you can request that song. It pops my line, and then you can ask her to go sing a song. She's gonna walk to her marker. Walk to her marker and start singing. And I know you guys don't want to hear this. Let me try the cancel. Okay, so that won't work. Unless maybe it's the other song. I don't know. Sure. Okay. Here we go. So, you can make requests. Works fine. Appreciate the views on this one. I couldn't find anything to help me out. I've been struggling with this all day and night. So thank you for watching, and take it away, Brynna.